Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, Fields. Now a screen set up for Harris. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Fields now on 2nd down. That one intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take over just shy of midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, Richardson to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 39 yards. They'll motion over Pierce. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Oh, so close. I mean, those are tough. You go that far, and it doesn't result in a touchdown. But give that kicking team a little bit of credit now. They never gave up on a play, but what a return it was inside the 10-yard line. That was sensational.
Wow, just like that, things changed dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. One more time. It's Harris. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short. Put him down at the 1. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. Good blocking, and he's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. From the gun, Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On 2nd down, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. He's going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. Look wide, get this one complete, and they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Richardson out quickly to Pittman, and he'll be taken down. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Richardson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Richardson will give it to Taylor.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
3rd and long. Downs goes in motion. Here's Richardson. And he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts are on top. It's now 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Allen in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's hot, left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Another run here with Harris. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Richardson. They'll look to set up the screen here.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Two minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Richardson. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That is brought in at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Indy. Gay to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Colts go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Fields. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense.
The ball comes out. The Colts have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
They'll motion over Pierce. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And they'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's Richardson on the move. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Downs goes in motion. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Now Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts move out to a 24-10 lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Play action now for Fields. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. They go right back to Taylor. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, not a good punt there. This is a duck. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a toss, left side for Harris. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Richardson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
On first down, it's Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Taylor. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. Downs goes in motion. On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Richardson. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Throwing, Richardson. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board? Because
to the back of the end zone. He's got it. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now Day for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is Fields. It's out wide to try the tight end screen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the bootleg, it's Richardson. That's to the right side and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. An injured player on the field, and it's the running back, Jonathan Taylor. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And this one is caught by Pierce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In motion comes Pittman. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Colts tack on 1 more to their lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Allen in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Allen in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Field. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. That, not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Gino. A throw right side is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
On the ground, this is James Cook. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a run going left. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. In motion comes Pittman. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And he's got another one. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to 11 on the season. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll get this out. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's Taylor. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. Downs goes in motion. To throw, it's Richardson. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This drive begins with a run by Harris. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 31 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
This one complete to Atwell. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Smith. That is caught by Washington. 17 yards on that play. That's a Steeler first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
On first down is Smith. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Pat Fryermuth, touchdown Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Anthony Gould now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Colts. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.